And so when we moved here, at the time I was teaching a homeschool orchestra and I was doing Shakespeare. And I said to my 4 children, I can't do both. I don't want to do, both of these things halfway. I want to do one really good. And which do you, as my children, need in your life? And all of them said Shakespeare. This looks not like a nuptial. It's, again, Benedict. Everything, the crap's hitting the fan, and Benedict breaks it up with this comedic line, looks right at the audience and says, this is not what weddings look like. In general, if you've never been to one, this is not it, And I think not only does it break up this kind of emotional stuff that's going on, but I also think it shows, again, Benedict as this guy that's, he is clownish and he is, he fights with Beatrice, but he also just kind of says it like it is. He's like, yeah, this is not what was supposed to happen.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel good, yeah, I feel fine. I stop complaining all the time. You'll get yours and baby, I'll get mine, yeah. Don't be fooled by what you see in movies, magazines, and on TV. What do they know about you and me? We don't care what they say. We'll be alright. We'll be okay. Stand up straight and stand up tall. Ain't got to waste your time in shopping malls. Slam the door and let's tear down the walls. Crank it up, let's mess around. Be who you are, 'cause you're a star. You're a star. Bring it up, mess around, tear it up, tear it down. Crank it up, mess around, tear it up. You're a star. You are a
When I first started, I was living in Idaho. We had this very large homeschool group. I mean, like hundreds of kids. And there was this class called Shakespeare Conquest. You go and you get certified to teach this class. And because I had some theater experience, they asked me to sit in on auditions. My name is Jennifer Owen. I am the director and the mentor for our Shakespeare Conquest. My name is Jennifer Owen. I'm the director and mentor of this Shakespeare group. My name is Jennifer Owen. I am the director. Yeah, I think that's it. I probably have forgotten something, but if I have, I'll tell you later.
You should introduce yourself.
Oh my gosh, I'm Jennifer Owen. I am the director and mentor of Shakespeare Conquest. And the other people that were in the room adjudicating, if you will, looked at me and was like, so have you done theater before? And I was like, oh, a little bit, yeah. And they were like, so you want to help us with this? And I was like, yeah, it sounds fun, and my oldest daughter was in it. And then I fell in love with it. So yeah, instantly. And so then Benedict comes and they instantly start fighting, right? This time it's the villain. And if you didn't know who was the villain, be quiet, people! Wherefore throng you hither? You know he was the villain. He tells you. Right?
Yeah.
Right? And he's like, I am not unfaithful. You are unfaithful. And the dad's like, you're unfaithful. And everyone's like, you're unfaithful. Beatrice is like, no, I really thought, and we've talked about this a lot, you have a lot of up and downs when it comes to the emotions. You're the oceans of emotions character in this play, okay? Because you're mad as heck, you're super sad, you're in love, you're, you know, like there's all the things.
If the hand ends up here, and then you both look at it, and then it goes down, that's good just so, cause like, that's freaking hilarious, and the audience needs to like see that.
And you could like look at it and look at him, and then he like gives you some eyebrows, and he's all like, yeah, that's how I move. I'm a smooth guy. Okay. And then when you're running around and you're just like foul words, foul breath, make sure like everything's great. I just make sure your diction's there. Tomorrow we'll also tape off all the sets so that you guys know, like, okay, the bench goes here. Be patient.
She's been directing these plays for 4 years now, but she not only directs, she revises the scripts, sews most of the costumes, designs the sets, mans the lights, helps with makeup, and we just want to thank her for all that she does for us. Anyways, that's my mom. My mom's the director and my dad's the music director.
I'm the music director. That's my formal title. My other title that goes along with that is do anything that Jennifer asks me to do.
Yes, can you help?
Sing this note, Jared. Go down. Okay, so let's do this, Jared and Adrienne together. So here's your note, ready? Ready, I'm gonna sing with you this time. Merry, merry, round ye may.
Okay, can we do the whole thing?
Yeah.
I know, Mr. Jesse's gonna help you, because Jesse's amazing.
Jared is.
And he
Come
can.
down here. My boy. I also don't come down. My boy. Just, you know what? Sing it however it comes out, and it'll be okay.
Or anything that I can see needs to be done, even if she doesn't ask me to do it. So, and that's kind of been like, you know, as a spouse, that's your role in everything, pretty much. So, yeah, so that's what I do.
Come, let's take it up.
Pray heaven it be not full of night again. Aye! But if it prove true, Master Page, have you any way to unfool me again?
It basically consumes all of our time, this week especially. Jennifer does most of the nuts and bolts in terms of like the actors on stage, and then she calls me in as far as the onstage stuff goes. The last month or two is when we start trying to put the music together. And so I do the sound, I run the soundboard, I run the music that happens between the scene changes, and then I've always been kind of the one that puts together and usually is part of the onstage music as well. Right, yeah, all of the music on the stage that we do on stage is live music now. And we've been fortunate enough over the years to acquire resources ourselves, stretch ourselves in terms of developing our own talents and surrounding ourselves with the kind of people where we can now do all of those things with live musicians. It's awesome. It's really cool to be able to do all of that live. We've used a number of things over the years. In fact, we have this bad habit of acquiring instruments and saying, we're going to need this for Shakespeare. I have a dulcimer that looks a little bit Renaissance period. It's not actually.
True love's coming, that can sing both high and low.
This year, Jennifer bought me another type of dulcimer, a mountain dulcimer, that again looks like it could be a Renaissance instrument. It's not.
And were deceivers ever 1 foot in sea, and one on shore to one thing constant, never then sigh not so, but let them go.
But we also own a lute that we bought for Shakespeare specifically. We have a hurdy-gurdy, which dates pre-Renaissance, but was very popular during the Renaissance period. We debuted that one last year, and it has kind of a bit part this year that's just in a funny context. And we had last year the first time we had made up like a full ensemble with like various kids from the group as well. So at that point we had a couple of violins, we had the hammered dulcimer, Jennifer on violin as well. We had a clarinet even, or a recorder, I believe. I think he switched to a recorder, and then the hurdy-gurdy. So we kind of got a lot of kids involved in that way, and it was really fun. So we basically won't say no to anything unless it's just really too much of a stretch to think it could have been in a Renaissance band. It's fun, and it's something that we like to do as musicians. Outside of this, Jennifer and I are both musicians. It's something that we really enjoy, just like learning new things, stretching ourselves, making music together has always been one of our things.
My love is fair, shall not betray, as fresh as wind, the flowers in May, and of my love, my roundy lay, my merry, merry roundy lay.
My love can pipe, my love can sing, my love can many a pretty tune, and of his lovely praises ring, my merry, merry round.
So fair and
It's about providing opportunities for children, but also giving them life skills that they can draw on forever. Whether it's learning to do those hard things.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay?
Learning to step outside of your comfort zone. Learning that it's totally okay to, and I say it, to make an ass of yourself. This may come as a shock to you. I am not an artist. You know, to be able to go up there and just fall on your face and be okay with it, because it's gonna happen.
You know what you should do for the song? In addition to everything you're always doing?
Beatbox.
No, although that would, I'm already kind of a fan of that, but that's not what I was talking about. It's fine.
Get the wings to do it. Get the wings to lay me a beat.
What you want?
Well, I was gonna say.
Wow, the God of love that sits above and knows me and knows
But you
me.
can definitely do like a,
It's a little too
I'm
short.
gonna listen to myself sing.
And so if they pull from that, those things, then this has worked. I worry about them not having the confidence in themselves that I know that they should have. I think sometimes that's what gets them, is that they'll get to that point where, we've coached, I've lectured, I've tried to build them up enough to believe in themselves, but at some point I have to push my baby birds out of the nest, and it's about 10 days before the play where I am at kind of my station with the lights, and I've got my clipboard and stuff like that, and they're backstage, and everything's marked and everything's ready, and we're starting to do run-throughs, and I'm not there to be all like, that was great.
No, it's great. Everything's great. Overall, guys, it's brilliant. It really is. It's so funny. Okay, so good. Joe and Gabe, your diction is so phenomenal. Like, deaf grandmas in Arizona could hear and understand you. It is so, so good. Good.
My lord.
The snoods look great. The hair and the makeup look really good. So overall, I think it looks really good.
Excellent.
They're so good. There's a couple things that are really impressive. But I think overall, I think that seems going great. Because really, you guys are doing so well. Your memorization's just the bomb. The emotions there, you guys are all hips out, you guys are cheating. Oh, I love that. The emotions, guys, you're doing fantastic. That's great. This whole scene's going so well. Awesome. Good job.
That was really good.
That was really, really
think having the confidence to mess up is something that we all kind of need. And I think that maybe, if we had like a counter, stage fright to, what's the worst that can happen? And I think for me, like I've always struggled with performance anxiety and things like that. But I've also had some really terrible experiences on stage. I look at that experience and I say, I survived it. Everyone can survive it. And the audience isn't there to watch you mess up. They're there to see you succeed. And everyone around you is there to see you succeed. And so I think if there is an opposite to stage fright, it's just, like I said, having that confidence to be like, if I fall, I fall.
No, truly, Ursula. She is too.
Give her.
I heard them calling in the distance, so I packed my
This way.
things
And tell her in the desk.
There's for thy pains.
Grandma, here's up.
I bought and brought up to hang myself.
When I draw my stick figures, I never remember if mustaches are above or below the nose. I know, no, you're like, I grow facial hair every day. No, he can push you, and you can be all like, then what intricate, you're taught, what intricate, and then all, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to touch you there. No, it's fine.
I owe you for that. But here comes another reckoning.
That you shall not until you see her face. No, that you. No. Sorry, I was.
No, don't see your face.
No, that you shall not until you take her hand and sway her to marry her.
And you're like this, okay? On like, she's stabbing me! No, what is it? Okay. I'm dead, okay? She's dead, I think. Oh. What?
You can mountains.
You could mount it.
I think though you could mount this.
Right? Yeah.
I think you guys could mount.
You know what?
I think.
The more I think that you guys could mount.
Practically perfect. Exactly. And she's, maybe put your knees towards. Can you make it look more awkward? Okay. Well then. I give her back to you. Cause she's a. Okay? Right? And be like, what the heck is happening? And you take up this whole space then to just be freaking angry. And you're like, oh my gosh, and I know that you had sex last night and don't put that in the document. You were supposed to be a maid and this is not the way this goes and I am so angry I'm using up all this space and all the gestures and this is not about you. Make sure, guys, and I will be a broken record, make sure the props are in their spots. Everything has got a place, and every place is it a thing. What's the word? Everything has a place. And then everything is in its place. And everything is in its place?
Everything has a place, and every place
There's
is
a
for
place
thing.
for everything, and a thing for every place.
Now.
What's the line?
That seems about
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, it doesn't
I'm
have
not
to be a
just-
song.
Everything has a place for
It's just there's like a classic mom, like everything has got to be in a place, and everything's in its place. There's a place for everything, and everything in its place. I think that's it. That's how it is with the props.
Sounds good.
Well, and we always say that, like, there's your comfort zone, and then there's where the magic happens. And that's another, again, what we're talking about here, where it's either safety or risk, or maybe it's outside of your comfort zone. And expanding that comfort zone, and realizing that, magic happens here. And so, I can step out of that comfort zone or that safety or, and it could be a disaster. It can also be amazing, and either way, you'll never know unless you step out.
This is where magic happens, to make it, because we're at this great level, okay, like typical high school play, we're here, I'm trying to push it up here, okay, so that's why I'm nitpicking. You guys are paying attention to those little details that we talk about all the time, that jellyfishing moments where you're just tweaking those little things, which makes it, again, from like oh yeah, we're a high school performance to we're a performance, I mean, that's what we do. When we pay attention to those little details, we push that bar up. And just, guys, this is where the magic starts to happen, because we've done it over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, so at this point, it's almost second nature, and you start to add those magical things. And I love it. But you guys have exceeded anything, all of my expectations, and I'm so proud of you for all the jellyfishing that you have done.
I'll
It
explain that
really
later.
does. I mean, it's up here. I mean, who comes to a show where there are 12-year-olds on the stage and says it's Broadway quality? Our audience. That doesn't happen except for us.
I think that you guys can match it.
So yes,
we can
mountains.
So remember that.
Go get more.
Okay, not just tonight. Remember that. Okay, I love you guys so much. I know, I suck. I'm so sorry. We don't make it.
Don't ruin your makeup. Don't cry.
Right. I know. Woo! You guys are my favorite, and I mean it when I say I'm so blessed to work with you. And that is the best gift that you guys have given me. For me, you have touched me. And that's how you know you're a gift.
Not making them cry.
Hey, I love you. I'm sorry. Try to battle me, jellyfish! Come on! Come on! You guys can mount it!
I will.
We can mountains.
My hand is so hot right now. Sweaty teenage hands. 1, 2, 3. So today, for our actors training, I wanted to talk to you about, and we call this the Jellyfish Day, and most of you guys know what Jellyfish Day is, and some of you guys are just like, what are you talking about? So, I will explain. When my oldest, who's 22, was a little kid, she was asleep, she fell asleep on my lap when we were watching Finding Nemo. And the movie ended, and of course, as a mother, you've got this sleeping, warm child on your lap, and you're not gonna move. And the making of Finding Nemo came on. And I kid you not, it changed my life. And at the time, there were some things going on in my life, but I was working on this quilt, okay? And it hangs up in my house. I forgot to bring it, but my sister-in-law, who taught me how to quilt, taught me how to do everything she wanted me to do by hand, okay? Like the quilting, the applique, all of this. I was like, what on earth? And so I was working on this quilt, and then she passed away. She was killed in a car accident.
and it was really hard. So this is what's going on in my life, right? Like I've got this quilt that I'm working on, my sister-in-law, my best friend's passed away, and I've got this sleeping child in my lap. And the making of Finding Nemo comes on, and they go to, everyone has seen Finding Nemo, right? Okay.
Not a very long time.
That's fine. Who remembers the jellyfish scene? Okay, so they're like, oh, I'll call you Squishy, and you'll be my Squishy, right? And Dory goes and bounces on there. So it goes to this part of making of Finding Nemo, and they go to interview this one guy, and he's just like, I just can't even talk about the jellyfish scene. Let's talk about anything else. I was like, okay, that's weird. Turns out that 90-second scene took them 8 months to make. 8 months for this 90-second or 2-minute scene. And I thought, that is life-changing. Anything worth doing is going to be so hard that sometimes you're not even going to want to talk about it. And it will take you so long, and people will enjoy it for 90 seconds and be like, that was really fun, and go on. Okay? And so I translated this into my quilt, which I finished. It took me a year and a half to make this quilt. And it hangs on my wall. People walk by it. Half the time people don't see it, whatever. It's mine. I made it for me. But that is what we're doing here, okay? Nobody will see all of the work and all of the details and all of the time it took for you to memorize these lines that are tongue twisters, or learn what this word means and how to pronounce this word, and how much time it took to do this physical scene up here, and you never really got it, or did we get it and it was great. And people will come and they'll sit down and they'll watch you for 2 hours and they'll go, that was the most delightful thing, and then they'll leave. Okay? So my takeaway for you is that anything worth doing is going to be like that. And that's kind of what life is. People will come and be like, oh, that was fantastic, and they'll never know all of it that went into it. Okay? So just like this jellyfish scene, we're gonna put in so much time. And we already have, but we're gonna work on these little details. Okay? When you see this Finding Nemo, and they've got all these layers and upon layers upon layers, and halfway through they show the layers, and about halfway through the layers I think, oh, that looks great. I would have stopped there, and then they add another one, and another one, and then at some point you see that it turns into this magical thing. Okay? So at some point you're gonna probably be like, okay, Jen, we're done. Let's just move on. Be like, oh, let's do it again. Let's add this layer. Okay? And then the magic will happen. So, jellyfish now is a verb. Okay? We jellyfish.
Yeah, well, this it actually relates to a song that I really like. It's one of the last lines in the play, actually. Jared says it. Character is Benedict, one of the main characters. He says, man is a giddy thing. And this is my conclusion. The reason why I really like this line, a couple of things about it. First of all, I love how the whole play, Benedict and Beatrice are trying to figure out what they feel or how they feel about each other, and they're convinced at one point that they hate each other. They're convinced at other points that they love each other. There's a lot of emotion that goes on. And this is the final line that Benedict says, man is a giddy thing, and this is my conclusion. I like to think of it more also in a sense of, if we're not having fun, what's the point? And I think that's a motto that you can have in any aspect of your life. We should be a little bit giddy about things. We should be really excited about what we're doing. We should be having fun with what we're doing. Man is a giddy thing. This is my conclusion. We don't have to take everything so seriously all the time. And if we're not having fun, and enjoying what we're doing, then what's the point?
It's just so fun. It's so fun all the time. I don't know if you guys realize, but that food fight was not planned. We didn't go into dress rehearsal and be like, now you throw the pears. That just happened. I know it.
May I suggest to you, may I suggest this is the best part of your life. May I suggest this time is blessed for you. This time is blessed and shining almost blinding bright. Just turn your head and you'll begin to see the 1,000 reasons that were just beyond your sight. The reasons why I suggest to you, why I suggest this is the best part of your life. There is a world that's been addressed to you, intended only for your eyes. A secret world, a treasure chest to you, of private scenes and brilliant dreams that mesmerize. A tender lover's smile, a tiny baby's hands, the million stars that fill the turning sky at night. Oh, I suggest, yes, I suggest to you, yes, I suggest this is the best part of your life. There is a hope that's been expressed in you, the hope of 7 generations, maybe more. This is the faith that they invest in you. It's that you'll do one better than was done before. Inside you know, inside you understand. Inside you know what's yours to finally set right. And I suggest to you, and I suggest this is the best part of your life. This is a song, comes from the west to you. Comes from the west, comes from the slowly setting sun. This is a song with a request of you, to see how very short the endless days will run. And when they're gone, and when the dark descends, we'd give anything for one more hour of light. May I suggest this is the best part of your life.
It's just so fun all the time, and it's so special, and I'm so sad to be leaving, but I'm so excited for everyone who's a part of this, and I've met my favorite people in the world in this class, and I love you so much, Mom.
I wanted a completely different experience for my students so that they could, again, just feed into that beautiful relationship where they realize that there are no small parts, that they help each other, and it's that makes this fantastic production.
From my love, tell you a tale, a boy and girl their love story and how he loved her oh so much, and all the charms she did possess. Now this did happen once upon a time when things were not so complex, and how he worshipped the ground she walked, and when he looked in her eyes he became obsessed. My love is like a storybook story, but it's as real as the feelings I feel. My love is like a storybook story, but it's as real as the feelings I feel. It's as real as the feelings I feel.
Did someone call my name like a distant drum that's beating? Or is it just another dream of long ago? I dance again, I am spinning in the light I am living, and I can feel the power rushing through my veins. Once upon a time, I could do no wrong. Though the candle flickers, the flame is never gone. To my brilliant feet, they all pay heed. I hear the crowds roar, oh, so loudly. Is it a game of chance, or merely circumstances? A jack to a king and back, then you have to pay to play. The world, it won't wait for you. It's got its own things to do. The sun's gotta rise and drive another night away. And as I listen to the silence, I can hear thunder in the distance. To my brilliant feet, they all pay heed. I hear the crowds roar, oh, so loudly. To my brilliant feet, oh, I make grown men weep, oh, and still my eyes grow, oh, so cloudy.
Yeah, I think that's it. Probably have forgotten something, but if I have, I'll tell you later.